Today, I want to share with you how I'm going to take these fabrics and turn it into this block. So this is block 2 of the Riley Blake Designs Challenge. This one is called Spin Around, designed by Amy Smart. Everyone loved my first block so much and I had so many questions, so I thought I would do a little video on my second block, and if you enjoy this, let me know in the comments and I will be sure to post my future blocks. Let's get going. So I've got my pieces cut and I'm getting ready to start the spin around block. So for my A piece, I'm using the yellow. For my B piece, I'm using the light lavender. My C background piece is this fun little red chicken on white, and my D piece is this really nice stitch red with a pink dot. So let's get started. So I've stitched the first unit to my A piece from the top left corner to the bottom right. I'm going to go ahead and take them over and give them a good press before I trim them so that I make sure that all of them are correctly positioned. I did use my seam guide tape for this. So I've pressed these and I'm really pleased with how they came out. I'm going to go ahead and trim this off, and then I'm going to go ahead and square this up before I stitch on the next piece. So now I'm going to take another piece C and I'm going to do the same thing on my A pieces on the bottom. So each piece has been sewn corner to corner. I've used my seam tape. Now I'll go ahead and press, trim, and square up my block. This will form these sections we see here. So now you should have 4 complete AC units. I'm going to set these aside for a moment. Next I'm going to do is take my 4 D pieces and I'm going to take 4 C pieces and I'm going to attach them at the top, stitching from here to here on all 4. So now I've taken my 4 units, I've pressed them, flipped them back, trimmed them, and then squared them up after I did let them sit under a clapper also when I pressed them to get a nice flat edge. Now I'm going to take my B units and I'm going to do the same thing I did in the other blocks, putting them at the bottom of each block and stitching from here to here. So here are my 4 units. I have pressed and trimmed them, and then I went ahead and squared them up. Now I'm ready to put my block together. So now I'm going to take each of my first block unit sets and my second block unit sets, and I'm going to stitch them together. And then I'll start building the block by the placement of these 4 sets. Here are my 4 units. I've gone ahead and pressed the center seam open to cut down on bulk. Now we'll put the block together, and it's all about placement. So here I've got my 4 blocks. I'll go ahead and stitch the top 2 together, the bottom 2, and then I'll stitch the center seam. So here are my 2 block unit pieces. I went ahead and pressed the seam open. Now I'm going to stitch these 2 pieces together, and I probably will put a pin or 2 in here so that I get my seams to match up just right. So there we have Block 2, Spin Around by Amy Smart. This is the second block in the Riley Blake 2026 Block Challenge. And it's going to go beautifully with Block 1, 4 Corners by Lori Holt. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, I'd love for you to consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell. That'll tell you when new content gets uploaded. And don't forget, I do have a Facebook and Instagram page, so be sure and check those out. I'll put a link in the description box. So until then, I hope you're having a great day and do what makes you happy. I know I do.